So again, everyone, thanks for being here. My name is Tony Procopio. I am logging in from New Fairfield, Connecticut. We're excited to be here with you for our monthly Think Plus State of the Company address from straight from the top from the executives at the company. So without any further ado, we are going to get started here. So take notes, take pictures, take screenshots, whatever you have to do. We're going to get the screen shared here, and then I'll introduce our first speaker of the night and turn it over to corporate. So let's get this screen shared for everybody and get the show on the road. So right from the beginning, we had a little preview there. All right. So I would, you see that, Brad? We had a little preview there. So
I did.
Yeah, that's great. So let me make sure, I want to make sure that I have you spotlighted, Brad. So I think we do now. Everyone, this gentleman I'm going to introduce, he's if you've been around us for more than a day, you definitely know who Brad Tales is. If you're new to us, Brad Tales is a senior vice president of the company. He is the architect of our compensation plan. He's the best field advocate person at a company that I have ever worked with in my career. I've been in network marketing for 31 years, and I'm telling you right now, I have never worked with someone at the corporate level that is more of a field advocate than Brad, and it's because he comes from the field. So with that being said, he has some great information to share with us tonight. I would love to introduce you to Brad Tales. Brad, take it away, buddy.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate all those kind words, and I did right back at you, buddy. I've been in the industry for 35 years, a lot like you in your 31 years, and I've never worked with a better group of founding energy advisors than yourself and Jim and Brendan and Ed as well. So thanks for all you do. Thanks for seeing the vision long before I got to see the vision from Michael Falquist, who I'm going to bring up after me. And thanks for everything you do, buddy. Couldn't be in better business with a better partner.
All right, Brad, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
First thing I want to go over, you guys, the first category is, this is my favorite part of the call, is some recognition to help congratulate people who are getting it done on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, and to be able to celebrate the success of everyone that we're going to talk about today on that really got it done in June, and really positioning themselves on what's going to happen in July, August, September, October, and into the coming months is really key, folks. It's very important that you take this opportunity because it happens one time. I say this all the time. Our opportunity in the next 6 months, 6 years, 16 years will be a much better opportunity. We'll have every brochure, every video. We'll be in more states. We may even be in some countries. We'll maybe have some more products and services. But with all that being said, there's only one time to be on the ground floor, and you're sitting there right now. I can't stress that enough, where we get a chance to know everyone by name, their significant other, their kids. We get to see them on some of the trips that we take and stuff, and it's very important you don't miss this opportunity in time. Do not go to sleep during the summer months. I know it's tough sometimes. I know you got cookouts and graduations and vacations and stuff. Just please trust me when I say, do not go to sleep over the summer months. So first people I want to recognize is most customers personally enrolled, most electricity customers personally enrolled in the month of June. And there's a lot of people anonymous here that are just want to show their initials right now. I'm going to start from the bottom up. JAMD, Tammy Lasanda, Robert Chamberlain, KP, Michael Alvarez, Daniel Peterson Stone, Olichka Sapina, MCNH, TLMK, and Citizens Oil Co-op Inc. And I get to, a lot of these names sound like states. You got MD down there at 11 for Maryland. You got New Hampshire over there at number 4. They're not. They're real people, folks that just don't want to be spotlighted right now for whatever reason. And but I got 2 people on this slide right now that I really want you to hear from. First of all, number 7, Danielle Peterson Stone, because she's got a great story on how she's acquiring customers. She's got a ton of personal customers. She does it in various means. So Danielle, are you out there? There she is. Just have to unmute. Danielle, we can't hear you. Uh-oh. Ask to unmute. There you go.
All right, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brad, for having me talk. I'm a little nervous. So basically, I don't know what you want to know, but I've been doing multi-level marketing for the better half of 20 plus years. And my big thing is I have to be passionate about what I do. So when the opportunity came up to do Think Energy, it was a great thing for me because I love sharing and helping other people, which makes it so easy. I just tell anybody and everybody, if I'm at the grocery store and I overhear somebody complaining, I'll be like, hey, I can help you with that. Or, you know, my favorite one was I was at Hobby Lobby, my second home, the other day, and some associates were complaining about how they just paid their power bill and it was crazy expensive. They didn't have any money left over. And I'm like, well, I could help you with that. I'm not trying to eavesdrop, but, and so I gave them both my business cards and I go in there all the time. So the other day I'd actually follow up with one of them and she was, wants to schedule an appointment to actually sit down and possibly become an advisor to make some money as well. So the big thing is just duplicating how easy it is for customers to do exactly what I teach them to do. Is then when they sign up, we go through the Free Energy Club portal and I show them how to invite people and make sure that they get the first few out so that people start getting information. And everybody wants to earn free energy, so they're just sharing the heck out of it for me. So I'm basically not doing anything but talking to one or two people at a time.
Well, Danielle, I know you have tons of customers. How many do you have, Danielle, if you don't mind me asking?
I have 105 personal customers.
Wow. That's amazing. And I know, like you said, you're not scared to talk to people. You talk to people everywhere and anywhere. And we thank you for all you do, Danielle, leading the team out there in Maine. You've got some great people on your team. You've got some great upline support as well. And congratulations.
Thank you.
The next people I want to invite in the call are number one, Citizens Oil Co-op Inc. And it's Rosie Stanko and Mark Hudson. And this is what you have to understand. A lot of times people are scared to go after successful business owners. Those are the most important and the best people to go after because they've already got a customer base. They've already got hundreds, maybe thousands of customers in their brick and mortar business, you know, that they can easily go out and talk to about, you know, saving money or locking in on a fixed rate for 3 years and possibly earning some free energy. And Rosie and Mark, are you out there? Can you tell us, you know, a little bit about how you're doing it? I know you're busy, how you fitting it in and you know, how many customers you have.
Brad, I'm trying to locate them on the in the room right now. I just saw them a little while ago, but they may have had some issues with logging in. So I'm not sure. I don't see them right at this second.
Okay. Well, we'll move on, and then if they come on and you find them, we'll put them on. How's that?
That sounds good. Now they were just here, but for some reason they must have been bumped out. So we'll circle back.
I saw them too. Okay, we'll go on to the next. We'll go on to the next screen.
Okay, fantastic.
Now we're going to celebrate the people who got the most community solar customers, personally enrolled solar customers. And number 10, LS, FDMK tied for number 9. You heard Samantha Santa Barbara announce herself when we launched the call. Congratulations, Samantha. She was with us in Punta Cana. You got VO, and number 7, you got Malka Hirsch. Number 6, you got Laura Shriver Brown, number 7. You got Yakov Frankel, number 4, Christopher Healy, number 3, Jeff Brown Jr. as well. Number 2, Joseph Solomon tied for 2 as well. And HS in the number 1 spot. Congratulations to all of you. I know some of you have hundreds and hundreds of personal community solar customers. You heard that right, folks. Hundreds and hundreds of personally enrolled community solar customers. So that's really exciting. Next slide, please, Tony.
Hang on one sec, Brad. There we go. Yeah. All righty.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, most energy advisors personally sponsored. These are people that are going out and sponsoring new advisors every single day, every single month. And especially with the new promotion that we have right now, folks, that's very lucrative. You go out, there's no limit on how many people you can personally enroll in this month or next month, all the way through any month, really. But you're really getting rewarded for helping people get started, get them 5 customers and get them rolling so that they make $100 in cab bonuses or more. If they're community solar tier 1, that's 60 times 5, 300 potentially. And these people have been getting it done. An 11 spot DS, 10 SA, 9 CB, WB, DB, SO, Luke Gordecki, number 5, MS in number 4, PS in number 3, and then you got GH in number 5, NP, MO, Kevin Marino. Congratulations to you. Johnny Duke in number 4 out of Texas. Brandon Evers, MS and MS in number 1 and 2. And those are not typos in 1 and 2, folks. Those are 2 different people. So congratulations to all of you, and great job spreading the word on community solar, or I'm sorry, most energy advisors. Next person I get to bring in is our CEO, our fearless leader, folks. And I'll just say this, I'll be very brief. But when I met Michael Falquist for the first time, 12 plus odd years ago, he made an impact on me right away when I sat down with him, with my old CEO of North American Power. But we really got to become really close over the last 8 months working together in building a Think Plus. But this is what I'll say about Michael, because this is not the norm. As Tony gave me some great edification when we talked about me, about being, one of the best people he's worked with from the corporate side. I got to tell you, Michael Falquist is the best CEO I've ever worked with in my 35 years. And this is why. Tony said, I'm like him. I'm one of him. I'm a representative at heart. I'm an EA at heart. I'm not an EA, but I am, because I came from the field. And this person here, Michael Falquist, you couldn't have a better leader driving the ship, because he's like one of us. He's always thinking EA first. EA first. He's not thinking bottom line of the company. He's not thinking about how much it's going to cost. He's thinking about what can we do to make it easier, better, and more lucrative for all the EAs in the field. So with that being said, Michael Falquist, it's all yours, my friend.
Hang on, Brad. We're trying to
There
get
we go. I think he's good now.
There we go.
There you are.
Thank you, Tony, for letting me join. I appreciate you guys. Brad, thank you for the spectacular, as always, introduction. I appreciate how many great CEOs you've worked with and as a partner. And yeah, the feeling is mutual. I have a massive amount of respect for what you have done already and the value you're going to create for this over time. And yeah, I couldn't be more excited to be on this journey with you. The one question I have, though, my friend, is how come I still have an out-of-date background? I want to go to Hawaii too, and everybody seems to have a Think Plus Hawaii, which is what I'm really looking forward to. So I wanted to kick off my remarks. So today I'm going to share with the group an abbreviated version of my remarks to the group when we were together in Punta Cana. Punta Cana was an incredibly special few days for me. It reinforced so much of my belief in, the decision we've made to build this company this way, the right way, over the long term, right? I mean, it was pretty special. And, there was a couple of things that really reinforced that with me. So I don't know if anybody was, if you weren't going on the trip, you probably weren't thinking about this, but, and if you're looking at this business for the first time, this is probably a really good thought for you. So when we were getting ready to go to the trip on Tuesday morning, my CFO, and I'm going to I'm going to share my screen if I can here quickly. My CFO, Root Buller, who is an amazing individual, sent me this on Tuesday morning before we left for Punta Cana. And I don't know if anybody is a geography major or knows much about hurricanes, but you can see what was barreling down on our Punta Cana journey as of Tuesday morning. And I believe Gino and Anita were getting on a flight Tuesday afternoon. So, we were already on our way to Punta Cana to spend time together. And as you can see, 2 a.m. Sunday, when we were supposed to be wrapping up the hurricane, we were right in the band. And I only share that because, we spend a lot of time talking about it and thinking about it. But, the best things come to people who take calculated risks, right? And I think about if you're not in this business today and you're seeing it for the first time or hearing it from us for the first time, this is a great calculated risk, just the same way we took a great calculated risk, because there is nothing I would have regretted more than canceling that trip and missing the 3 magical days we all spent together in Punta Cana. It was just an amazing time. I appreciate, all the friends I made, the time I got to spend with so many of the EAs one-on-one, learning about what they loved about the businesses, their challenges, and, hopefully, again, my 2 things, do the right thing and continuous improvement. And yeah, that really filled me up with so many ways that we can continue to improve this business. So glad we did not cancel for that hurricane, even though Tuesday morning it said we should have, because it turned out to be what was one of the, the best kickoffs to what is going to be a great run in this business. So without further ado, let's go to the next slide, Tony. So guys, this is really my objective I have for this business. And it's really important. I want to create a sustainable business. And, go to the next slide. That really has a couple different tenets to it. Sustainability is a business that endures over the long term, right? I get asked all the time, both in person and when people correspond with me via text or email, right? What is my long-term plan for the business? And, everything we're doing for this business today is building it not for tomorrow, but for the long term. The decisions we're making around product, I always love to use the greatest example. This business would have grown a lot faster when Massachusetts rates were 34 cents if we had just sold a product built around savings. But instead we were transparent, wanted to tell people about volatility, and prices were going to drop in the summer months, but they'd come back up next winter, right? It's all about building a value proposition that is long-term, and everything we're doing, whether it's product positioning, compensation plan, it's all long-term in mind. So we're not doing this next year, but we're doing this many years together. The second bullet point, which reinforces what I just said, is we want to build products that aren't feast or famine, right? A product that sells today when the market conditions are right, but doesn't sell in the future when market conditions change. And it's really important because, as you've seen on my prior state of the company calls, right, energy markets are highly volatile. And we want to create a value proposition that's robust and resonates in all market conditions. So you have a continuous set of products that you can be sold in regardless of what the market's doing or things we can't control. The third thing is I want to build a business that's not dependent on promotions. Obviously, promotions are important. They drive behavior. They help us accomplish goals that we all have as partners in this business. But you want to create a compensation plan, a compensation structure that's rewarding, so people are excited about building this business day in and day out and aren't waiting for the next great promotion in the business. I think that's really important as we think about sustainability of the business. And then the final point is continuous product innovation and evolution, right? While we want to build sustainable, durable products for the long term, regardless of market conditions, we also want to use technology as our advantage. And we want to continue to evolve our products. So, you're selling the best product in the market, or a market that other people don't have, when they're still selling products that were being sold in the market years ago. So when I think about my goals of the first part of building a sustainable or enduring business, so it's something that's long-term focused. And all of our decisions are not dependent on short-term market conditions, things out of our control. It's not dependent on promotions, which means we reward and compensate fairly. And finally, it's a culture of innovation and evolution, always looking for how do we evolve and make our products the best they can be in the market. Next slide. The second part of sustainability, which is, core to my DNA, is, I want to use this as a vehicle. I want to use Think Energy as a vehicle to leave the world a better place. Right? Everything we do, all the products we sell, are all going to be tied back to sustainability. As we evolve our product suite, right? You're not going to see us selling things that aren't rooted in the core of sustainability, and the decisions our customers make ultimately are for the betterment of the future, right? Today, that's a simple 2 products, right? 100% clean electricity is our core product offered in 12 states in the District of Columbia, and then in 2 states we're offering community solar, which is building and delivering clean electricity in the local communities REA serve. I mean, those are 2 great products. And then finally, our partnership with One Tribe is, it's a pretty neat partner we found in them. It was a pretty fun press release to put out in May that we reached our 1 million trees protected. Just think about how fast we were able to do that as a business, as a community. And I think we're going to reach, tremendous heights with One Tribe as we continue to grow our business over time. And, even that partnership, I think, is going to continue to evolve and get more exciting. So when you think about sustainability, I think of it 2 parts of it, right? Sustainable, building and creating an enduring business, and then number 2, creating a business that, makes a lasting impact in the world. So how do we get there, right? It's easy to say things, it's harder to execute. Obviously, great products are number 1. That goes back to evolution, innovation. But we always want to make sure we're having great products for consumers. Second, and core to that is, competitive compensation. I think both those things in my mind are iterative and, will evolve and continue to grow, right? You never have the right answer on day one. And then I think most importantly, and this is really key, is creating a culture that attracts and retains. We saw this at our last business that many of you were in. Right? The culture was special. And, we're, as Think Plus, we're in our infancy. And, I said this to the EAs in Punta Cana. I mean, we're all going to be part of creating that culture. And, that's going to be really fun. You can't prescribe it. It's got to be organic, because it's got to be something that we're all bought into. And, it's the glue that keeps it all together, because, there is no, well, I believe this company is going to go all the way to the top. The path to get there is not linear. There's ups and downs along the way, and the culture is the glue that's going to keep it all together. Next slide. So what are the near-term priorities, right? Thinking about it across products. Electricity, number 1 is reputation management. I have to give a shout out to the team. They've done an incredible job. I don't know. I know there was a big issue for many EAs over the last couple months. We now have a fantastic Trustpilot rating. Our Better Business Bureau rating, last I checked, I believe was a B. We're confident we're going to get that up to an A here in the short term. That's just really important, because when you invest your time in attracting a customer and the reviews aren't what they need to be, and they decide not to choose our products, that's obviously unacceptable. And, for those of you new to the business, the big issue we had, we're looking at this for the first time, is we bought a business that had, unfortunately had a bunch of bad reviews. So we've been working hard to clean up the reputation management of that prior business that we acquired. So I'm really proud of the team. I think they've done a great job. Obviously there's, until the reviews are stellar across the board, which is our goal, we're going to continue to working hard at that. Second is the Texas launch. I heard some Texas names on this call. That is coming very soon. Stay tuned for more details on that. I think that's going to be a sensational market for us. Deregulation in its purest form, right? No utilities to communicate or to compete with. Every retailer, head to head on the merits of their product and who they are. So I like our chances in that market. Smart meter product launch in the fall. It's all about innovation. And the Proton billing system is core to what got me excited about this. It's going to be core to unlocking value for our consumers. We're on track to launch that in the fall of 2023. There's a lot of really exciting stuff happening internally, but I think that's going to be a game changer for our business. Also commercial expansion. There's a lot of good things coming on the horizon there. I think that's going to be a tool in your toolkit come, hopefully pretty soon, where we can be competitive, very competitive in that market as well. Community solar. We've had, I believe this week, our first customers are going to be getting emails that they're being allocated to the CMP project at Sophie's Way. Super exciting. Press release is going out. I think it's our first 363 customers have been allocated. We have a second project coming very soon. New York, we've been adding a ton of customers. So we're going to be announcing New York volume hopefully very soon, which obviously will be fantastic for all of our EAs in that market. And then our goals for this year, or our priorities for this year, are add 2 new markets. Maine and New York are fantastic, but obviously there's a handful of other states, and we have a goal. We're asked a goal to launch 2 new markets, at least 2 new markets by the end of 23, and then obviously 24. I always tell this to people when they ask me about where we are with community solar. I said, well, we're a business that started in March 11th. We started enrolling customers, and we're going to go from scarcity to abundance very quickly. And when we think about 2 new markets in 23 and everywhere in 24, the dam is going to break, and we're going to have community solar everywhere. So it's going to be really exciting. And then just, obviously other products continuing to evolve. How do we leverage our technology to offer just beyond the products that are coming today? We want to make sure technology is a way to enter regulated markets such as California. Potentially it's a way we'll leverage our technology. Natural gas, if you've been around deregulated energy, it's typically the cross-sell in many markets. If you would get an electricity customer, you'll add natural gas. Obviously that's on our horizon. It's been on our near-term horizon for quite some time. And then what you realize is, with our platform, our mission, our team, our leaders, the sky's the limit on products we can offer that create value for our consumers. And, we can leverage our, leadership position in sustainability. So, those are just a few of what's coming down the road. And I think this is an important slide. As I was speaking to our leaders who won the Punta Cana event, right? So some of the most successful people who had reached the director, at least the director level in the first couple months of the company. Pretty remarkable accomplishment for all of them. But, obviously, we can do everything we can as a company to deliver everything I've said on the last couple of slides. But it's really important that all of our EAs think of themselves with us as partners. And if we're going to build something successful, it can't be company driven, it can't be field driven. It's got to be a true partnership, a true win-win. And I just can't, that's why I love MLM. It's the only business model where if the people that I on my team win, I do better. And I think about where I am as leader of this business. Everyone on this call is on my team, and all I want to do is see you succeed. And so I just say that because we're all partners in this. Compensation plan is one of the most important parts. Obviously, we got to continue to evolve and improve and tweak it, but the balance between paying out too much and hurting the company versus the field it's an important balance to make sure everybody's aligned with, right? We want a healthy company, we want a healthy field. So that's a classic example of the partnership that we all want over time in this business. And the second one, which I talked about earlier, is just culture, right? We've got to be partners in creating a culture that obviously we're excited to be about a part of, and keeps us coming back, but also is a core reason that people come to the company and want to stay with the company and want to be at all of our events with us. So those are two of the core elements that I think of ourselves as partners together. And then finally, it's where do we end up? So if we create that sustainable business, right? What does that leave us with? My vision and what I want as my end game is to create a legacy company that forever changes the lives of the people who are part of it and leaves a better place for future generations. And if we're successful with the two elements of what we're creating, right? Creating a sustainable business that you own, operate, grow. We're going to have people who transform their lives as develop into better people, leaders. There's going to be people who make a lot of money. But all the while, we're going to be building and selling products that create a better world. So, with that was the abbreviated version. I appreciate each of you taking some time out of your evening to be with us. So I believe back to you, Brad.
Thanks a lot, Michael, for sharing that and sharing your vision and sharing your passion. And again, buddy, I appreciate you for who you are, what you stand for, and for leading the ship the way you do, buddy, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Always thinking about the EA first, buddy. I
just want to reinforce, Brad. Great things come to people who take calculated risks, and just remember the path of Hurricane Brett for that example. I am so happy we did not cancel that trip.
Me too, buddy. Me too. And
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, buddy. And speaking of that, 2024, you guys have seen the pictures. You've seen the screen backgrounds of Kauai, Hawaii. Next screen, Tony, if we can. Here's what I want to say. If you've never been to Hawaii, you're going to love Kauai. I had a chance to go here a few years ago. Unbelievable. One of the most beautiful places in the world. I've got to believe. I haven't been everywhere in the world, but I've been to a lot of places. One of the most unbelievable, breathtaking spots in the world. And we were doing a catamaran snorkeling trip, and I think it was Captain Cook, who came to Kauai, hundreds of years ago, and he counted 1,200 waterfalls going around the island. 1,200 natural waterfalls that were flowing off this island at one time. So next slide, please, Tony. Here's what I got to tell you. There's not very many secrets in this business. There really is not. Here's one of them. Never miss a leadership summit. If you didn't get a chance to come to Punta Cana, please make sure you're on. You hit the rank of regional director in the year 2023. Some of you are already there. The people who are regional directors and above are already earned the 4-day, 5-night trip for 2. Earn the rank of senior director. It's an extra night. Earn the rank of partner. An extra same night plus a special perk, maybe a nicer room, maybe an added dinner or excursion. Next slide, please, Tony. Regional partner, same thing. Got that extra night, $1,000 now each airfare credit, plus an extra special perk. Senior partner, same thing, plus an even extra special perk. And senior partners, once you're senior partner, folks, you're on every trip here on out. So again, there's not very many secrets to the business. One of them is being on these leadership summits, because two things. One, you get to bond with leaders from all across the country and possibly in the future other countries, so that when you are building a team in California and you know the top people in California and they go to one of their events, they take care of them like they were your own, because you got to break bread with someone from Connecticut or someone from California for not 5 nights on an exotic location. You became friends. I've said this before. Our closest friends, me and my wife, are not our people we grew up with, not people we went to school with. It's people we've met in this business and built long-term relationships with. Because when you build something together from zero to hundreds of millions or $1 billion in value, that's a big deal. And again, those are life-changing things that you just can't put a price on. So, and then there's another way to qualify as well. Open line production. Be one of the top 2 open line directors within the qualification period, which is again, all of the year 2023. And you earn a trip for a 4-day, 5-night trip for 2. And what does open line mean? Open line means if you're a director and you've got other directors or above on your team, you can't count those people, those numbers towards your numbers, because it wouldn't be fair. Because if you've got 4 or 5 directors underneath you and you're on top of them, you're obviously going to have more numbers than them because you're above them, right? So those people's volume does not count. So it's got to be outside anyone who's director or above, because those numbers will count for them. They get to come with us as well to the leadership summit in beautiful Kauai, Hawaii. And for the people who are with us in Punta Cana, if you thought that was a great trip, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until you come to Hawaii. It's going to be unbelievable. So I stress to everyone, get to regional director by the end of the year. It's possible. People do it every single month. Let's get on that trip. Next, the Think Plus Connect mobile app. Many of you or all of you should have downloaded this mobile app already. If you haven't, you need to go to the App Store and use it. Here's another secret. These tools will help you build your business. It doesn't get any easier than sharing some of the videos and your website from this app. And here's the thing, you get to monitor. I sent this to a few people that I knew were not going to join the business because they're at another company, but I just wanted to play with the app and I wanted to show them some of the things that we're doing. Because just because they're not able to come over today doesn't mean they're not able to come over tomorrow. So I sent them a couple of the videos, and I followed up with them a couple of days later and I said, Joe, Robert, what do you think of the videos? What do you think of the opportunity? Well, I'm really not interested. And I knew they weren't interested. I was testing it. I was testing the app, and I was testing it. I said, well, how do you know you're not interested? Well, I just, from watching the video. I said, you didn't watch the video, because I get a notification, let me know how far you made it through the video. And if you watch the video, I said, how can you tell me you're not interested if you haven't even looked at it? And they chuckled and said, yeah, you're right. I said, I know you're not interested. I was just testing the app. Isn't it a cool app? And they said, it is a cool app. Isn't it a cool video? It is a cool video. So if you're not using this app, folks, you're missing one of the big tools to help build your business. And it's all right there. Concise, all your contacts, you can link them all up. You can sync it all up, and you can follow up with people. You can put reminders on there saying, I sent this to Tony 3 days ago. I need to follow up with them. It's one of the tools that will help just get massive momentum in your business. Download it today from the Apple Store or Google Play and start using this app. Thanks, Tony. Our summer success promotion. Most of you probably know this is going on. If you don't, here's the details. Personally enroll a new energy advisor between July 23rd and August 30th. Folks, this is designed to put massive amounts of money in your pocket during the dog days of summer, because coming out of the dog days of summer into the momentum months, September, October, November, when people are saying, how am I going to pay for Christmas? I need to start thinking about a plan B to replace my plan A or go with my plan A. There's no better time right now to really build up that nest egg. You can sponsor as many people as you want, help them get 5 customers within that time frame, $100 for every block of 5. all the way up to 2,000 votes for each person. So there's no cap on the number of EAs. There's no limit on the number of personal EAs you can enroll. It's an unbelievable way to really set yourself apart during the summer months and to really build a nice a nest egg, if you will, to help pay for some of the things that are coming in the future, some of the things that are happening. And it's a great documentation. When someone says to you, you know, Richard, how much money did you make last month? And you can go in the back office and, you know, say, well, that's a good question. Let me $2,500. You made $2,500 last month? Documentation beats conversation all day long, folks. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. I get to now celebrate some success of the newly promoted regional energy advisors in the month of June. This is a key rank, folks, because this is where it starts to all come together with the rank advancement bonus. We had Ruth Ann Hackenberg, Susan Roguski, Kenneth Audette, Barbara and George Ropel, the Eric Wallig family. Eric unfortunately passed away, everyone. So our thoughts and prayers go to his family. Kimberly Williams, Kathy Craig, Gary Palumbo, Clean Energy Group, MR, and ST. Congratulations to all of you for hitting Regional Energy Advisor. Next rank, Senior Energy Advisor. This comes with a nice little rank advancement bonus as well. That could be either $250 or $500. We have Sandre Gupta, Darren Whitney, Lindsay Sugden, Loretta Clavitt, and Sharon Berg. Congratulations to you all for hitting a Senior Energy Advisor in the month of June. Celebrating success, our new directors, folks. We got Adam Horan, who's a very young, great guy, and I'm going to key him up right now because I want him to say a few words. I had him here. Let me see. And then I lost him. Where is he?
I'm looking too, Brad.
Here he is. I got him. Asked to unmute. I just did. I just asked him to unmute. Adam, I'm going to go now try to find your dad. I just had your dad because this is a great team, folks. This is a dad-son team. They build it together. I'm going to ask Kirk to unmute as well. Kirk, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Adam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Adam, thanks for, and Kirk, thanks for being on the call. Adam, tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are. I know we've had many conversations about building the business at your age and where you're going to be 3-5 years from now. And then we'll have your dad chime in as well.
Well, I'm 20 years old, and my dad got me into this because I mean I know how successful he's been in past businesses and stuff. And then, for what I do, I'm a heavy equipment operator now. You know, I work like 70 hours a week, and that's why another reason why I want this opportunity. I want to be able to not have to do that anymore.
Well, Adam, we've had conversations and again, and it's just from being in the business for 35 years. And I said, Adam, this is what's going to happen. You've asked a lot of your friends to get involved, and not all of them have the same entrepreneur mind that you have. Not everyone's got the same dad as you have that's made millions in this opportunity. I said, Adam, this is what's going to happen. A lot of your friends are going to say yes and get in and do nothing. A lot of your friends are going to say no. But here's what's going to happen. 3 years from now, 5 years from now, when you're making an unbelievable amount of money on a weekly and monthly basis, all your friends are going to come running saying, holy crap, Adam, you've got the car of your dreams, you've got your own place now, and blah, blah, blah. Let's go and either sign up again or re-engage. And you're going to go, great. I get to now work with my friends. Only to say to them, you guys, you know, my group is in the thousands and maybe tens of thousands of people. I don't have time to work with you all. So I'm going to enroll you and maybe move you somewhere else because those people they need the help. And you're in the same area, you're maybe be in the same age group or whatever, and they can help you. And they're going to get mad because they don't want to work with someone else, and they want to work with you. And you're going, guys, gals, I gave you 3 to 5 years to come work with me. I'm too big now. And they're going to be mad and they're going to quit again, Adam, because again, they want to work with you and you don't have time to work with them. So just be ready for that, buddy. and keep doing what you're doing. And Kirk, can you say, buddy, to go on top of what Adam just said, and to brace him for the future and what's going to come?
Well, listen, I mean, I'm always the first one to say, don't prejudge anybody. And, I'm admitting that I prejudged my own kids. I invited them to the Albany launch because I just wanted to, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see them again because Big John and I were on the road, and Adam and Justin showed up with their friends, and, they all got very excited about what we're doing here. Obviously, young kids, it's hard to keep them focused the whole time, but, what I can say about Adam is, he definitely is a chip off the old block. He has goals. He has focus. He made a commitment that he wanted to be a heavy equipment operator. And here he is, 20 years old. He's already made it happen. And, I wanted to be a firefighter, and I made it happen. And, when you manifest these things that you want to come true in your life, if you truly believe it, it'll happen for you. And I'm excited that he actually, has been paying attention to what I've been doing all these years, because sometimes you wonder if the kids are paying attention as you're out there hustling to give them a better life. So, I'm very proud of him. Justin's now in the business as well. I got my nephew Sean on here. I've got my niece Mackenzie. We're making it a family business for sure. And I'm looking forward to helping all of them grow in this business. And I'm just extremely proud of Adam. He was a little frustrated. He missed that Dominican trip, I think like a week, but rules are rules. We can't bend the rules. And I told him, well, you have a great vacation coming up. You just need to be focused on getting to Hawaii now, which is I think any young kid at 20, 21 years old in Hawaii with a bunch of people having fun is a dream come true. So we're definitely excited about the future with this company. I'm very grateful for, Michael, Brad, John Breitbart, Tony, the Kenny brothers, the vision you guys put this together. And I'm extremely confident in the future of where this company's going. And I remind people on a daily basis, we're literally just over 4 months in, and so much has happened. So much has changed in a short period of time. I'm extremely, extremely excited about this opportunity.
Well, we're excited to have you both, and you guys are way ahead of me. You guys know my story from 35 years ago when you asked me how many people in my family have ever been involved in any of my businesses in 35. It's a big fat zero, zilch. And I got to tell you, I don't blame them because I wouldn't have followed Brad back in 1991 when we started that first company either. You guys know the story. It's a funny one, but things have evolved, things have changed, just like things have changed in your life, Kirk, and your kids have seen it and are grasping at it and saying, "I'm following you, Dad. I see the fruits of your labor. I see it's right in front of me." And it's funny because in my family, again, no one's ever gotten involved in anything I've done in 35 years. Yet they come over and they use all your stuff. They borrow all your stuff, right? But no one wants to step out of their comfort zone. So I don't even tell them what I'm doing anymore. And because I don't want to have to explain it to them for them not to get involved either. It's just next and move on. So you guys, Kurt, you've done a great job with Adam. You've done a great job with your other son. And just keep it up, Adam. You're on the road to massive success, my friend. And you watch the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, every one of your buddies are going to come running and want to be involved. And you just might be too big to work with all of them personally. And they're going to be mad at you again and saying, "You got to be kidding me." And just remember, Brad said that first. And I'll tell you, and I'll say this because we were just talking about Hawaii, which I know you'll be there. Your dad's already qualified and your mom. I know you'll be there as well, but there's some great things, folks. We're launching Texas in the next few weeks, next couple of weeks, and we've got a advisory leadership call tomorrow that we're going to go over a couple. But there's going to be a couple of unique things in place for Texas. To help qualify for the Kauai trip, it's going to be a big bonus that we're opening Texas, and you're going to be able to take everyone on this call, no matter where they are, whether you're in Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine, anywhere, California, will be able to take advantage of us going to Texas and really helping expedite your growth to hit the Kauai trip. So congratulations, Adam. Congratulations, Kirk. Great job, you and Tricia with the kids and following along in mom and dad's footsteps.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, regional energy, regional directors. We've got people who need no introduction. Think Big Partners, Jim Kenny, Ed Kenny, Brendan Kenny, and Tony Procopio. Unbelievable group of leaders leading the way for many of us on the call today. And again, this group of individuals are second to none. I've been in the industry for 35 years and worked with some great people. The people leading the ship here from the founding energy advisors that you just saw their names, and the people that are on this list right here are second to none. You guys have heard my story. We started a company back in 1991, still in existence today, with 2 leaders. The next one was 6. The next one was 0. The next one with 2, and the next one with 0 as well. I've never started a company with this many quality documented leaders in my 35-year career. This is a $1 billion company without a doubt. Well, how do I know that? Because we built $750 million companies and a $500 million company and a $400 million company with little to no leadership, under finance, not really good products or services. And, so what can you do when you have a star-studded lineup? It's a $1 billion company with or without any of us on the call today. Well, we formed an advisor leadership council. Some of the best of the best of the best are our directors and above. And we announced this in Punta Cana because we wanted to get their feedback. We wanted to, when we're thinking about a promotion or we're thinking about a new area to open, or what's our game plan? What's our strategy for opening in Texas? What's our strategy for opening up new community solar areas or states? We wanted to get the input of our sharpest and best. And the people on this leadership council, starting with John Piontek and Jim Kenny and Ed Kenny and Brendan Kenny and Tony and Diana Procopio, Kim and Jim Mason, Anonymous, not for much longer, Luigi and Anita Claravelli, John Smith, David Fleet, John Latasha, Laura Shriver-Brown, Eric Vayu, Bella Nick Wurzberger, Sean Gagney, Karen Santiago, Sharon Berg, and Tim and Melissa Unger, and another anonymous. You couldn't have a better advisory leadership council, especially in this early stages of our company. We're what? We started customer acquisition, I think, February 11th. So March, April, May, June, July, 5 months into it. Are you kidding me? Going to Hawaii, early February, late January for our second leadership trip. You've got to be kidding me. So congratulations to all of you on this list. Thank you for all you do on a daily basis in leading the company and opening up new areas and continue to talk to people and to spread the word. And, I think that's it, folks. Other than saying this, I want to thank everyone for their time being on the call tonight, but I just want you to leave you with this.
Hey, Brad, just before you do that, I believe we've located Rosie and Mark from Citizens Oil.
Nice.
And just wanted to let you know, I think we have them spotlighted. So if it's okay with you, I'll just I can ask to unmute them and we can bring them in. I'm going to go back to the slide.
Let's do it. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got everybody recognized. Yep. So let me ask to unmute them.
I see them there.
All right. Rosie and Mark, I think I'm asking you to unmute. There we go.
Rosie and Mark, are you there?
Hello. Yes, we are.
Well, thank you for taking the time and thanks for coming on. And please, will you just share a little bit about yourself and your traditional business and how busy you guys are, and and why you're so excited about this opportunity in relation to your other business as well, and on top of your other business.
Well, let me just tell you a little bit about what we do and how that fits in with the electricity. We're with the Citizens Oil Co-op, that's our business. We've been in business for a little over 30 years. And we're kind of like a buying club for people for home heating oil and propane. People can get discounts and save money. So we're kind of like right in the same, ballpark as with doing the electricity. So it's like a real easy add-on for us. And, I just want to let other people out there, if you like our business owners, really all we've done is we've sent an email in and through compliance and got it approved. And we've sent that email out, like 5 times, and we've had over 200 people sign up for the electricity. So, if there are other business people out there that are trying to think about how to move their customers, if you have any email addresses or a list of customers, happy to talk to anybody. Our website is oilcoop.com. My email is rosie@oilcoop.com. You can give me a shout out. Happy to talk to you. See if I can help in any way to help other people get their businesses going, because it's really been pretty easy to have people pay attention, and people love the renewable source energy. I mean, that is just a huge plus that people in Connecticut are into. And the co-ops in Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts of New York, parts of Massachusetts. So if anybody out there uses oil or propane, check us out. You can save some money. That's another good thing for you to do. But we'd love to talk to anybody about the electricity and put our heads together and, see if we can hook up a little bit too.
Well, thanks, Rosie and Mark. And how many, if you guys don't mind, how many personal customers do you have? If you don't mind sharing.
I think we have 239 right now.
I think you're exactly correct. I was going to say 235, but I think
we had 4 this afternoon.
Yeah. So again, folks, thanks for your time today, Rosie and Mark, and thanks proving the point that some of the most successful people are the best people and always make time for another opportunity and to piggyback it on what their current business is. And again, you're the poster child for business owners and how to approach business owners. So I know a lot of people will be reaching out to Tony. I know a lot of people will be reaching out to you guys for tips on how do I talk to this person, how do I talk to that person.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll just say this, folks. Tony, can you run back to the ALC list, please?
Yep.
Because there's one person that I think was not on that list, and he should be, because he's the person who's made it to rank. No, the ALC one. Yep, a couple more. That's been the first to promote to director, regional energy senior director, and regional director, and that's Kirk Horan. His name is not on that list, and it should be first and foremost. So I apologize, Kirk, for missing your name on there. And if it happened to anyone, I'm glad it happened to you, because you're very easygoing and you won't make me feel bad about missing it. And folks, I'm just going to close it out like this. And I don't know if Michael wants to say anything, but folks, here's what I'll tell you. Again, I've seen this before 5 other times, but nothing like this. Do not go to sleep on this opportunity. Now's your chance, not just to own a portion of your state or your state, but to own the whole company. We're going into Texas very, very soon. That's going to be a big catalyst for every other state, because everything's bigger and better in Texas. And everyone in Texas is one of the best network marketing states in the country, right up there with California and right up there with Georgia. So there's some great big players that live in the state of Texas who have groups all across the country. So do not take this moment in time lightly. Go to work now. I'll tell you, a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, when's a good time to take some time off? You say, Brad, is this a good time? I will tell you, yep or no. Right now is not the time to take time off, folks. Now's the time to put the pedal to the pedal and own as much of this company as you want to. So thanks a lot, everybody, for your time. God bless. Have a great night, and we'll see you all on the beaches of Kauai. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Tony.
Hey, thanks a lot, Brad. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thanks,
and
Michael.
Falquist. Appreciate everything you're doing for us, obviously. And thanks to all the people who participated tonight, sharing their stories and being part of it. I'm going to unmute the room and let everybody say good night. I guess that's what we'll do right now. So let me see if I can do that. Yes, I'll allow participants to unmute themselves. Everybody have a great night.
Good night. Thanks, guys.
Guys.
Have a good night.
Great call,
Good
guys.
night from me.
Thank
you, Pam Saylor, Connecticut.
Cheerio. Nice call, guys.
Okay,
Great.
thanks, everybody.
Right, thank you, everyone.
Great
Have a
call.
great
guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Awesome
Thank you,
call.
everybody.
Aloha.
Congratulations to all the people who have moved up.